Okay, day two. My Mount McDonald walk. I'm just up on, I'm near the top of Mount MacDonald. I'm just packing up now. It's got a bit windy overnight. It's not too bad. Probably 30, 40 k's, I guess. The ultimate held up pretty good. A bit noisy. That's the only thing. All right, I'm gonna pack up and go back down to the U. All right, I'll figure it when I start. I guess it's a bit chilly. Okay, clouds coming in. It's a bit turn ugly this afternoon, so maybe it's getting here early. So I'm going to get out of here. I'm about to start walking. It's certainly stunning though. Beautiful though. It's a little bit more sheltered down here, marginally. So that's West Peak, that's what I'm heading for. So there is a bit of a can line you can kind of follow up above the snow sometimes, but it's fairly sparse. So there's some more of those cans I was talking about. It's cold. So I've dropped into the saddle between Mount MacDonald and West Peak. I'm on there's a little more snow on this side of the ridge, but it's out of the wind, so that's good. They were predicting -4 last night, but winds were up to 35 k, so I don't know what that dropped to. The feels like temperature too, but I'm guessing it would have been, feels like -10 or something. I was actually cozy warm though in the tent, so that was a good thing. Everything's dry, so that's a bonus. Alright. No use mucking around, let's keep going. You want to come down off Mount MacDonald in a whiteout last time. I was so happy for these cans. I mean, you can navigate with your phone, but it's a lot easier if you don't have to pull your phone out all the time. It's a lot easier if you don't have to pull a map out all the time. That was on a day I walked from Chester's Yards to here on the AAWT. That was a tough day. Probably the toughest day on the AAWT, I think. Okay, you can hear me over the wind. I'm around West Peak. I'm just about to get to the bit where I have to swing left. So I'm keeping a bit of an eye out for these cans. Every now and then I'm walking on snow so I can see yesterday's footprints. But yeah, you don't want to miss this turn. Once I swing left, I start to drop down a little bit, or a fair bit. So hopefully I'll get out a bit of this wind. So there we go. It's been pretty nice so far though. I mean, it's cold when I'm filming. Got my hands out of the gloves. Once my hands are in the gloves, it's fine. So this is the spot I've been looking for. This is where I swing left and start the long descent down to Low Saddle Road. It's easier now, they've cleared it. You used to have to look for those two rock cans and that marker there, but they've chucked a new marker in, and obviously the track's been cleared, so you can see a bit of the track. It used to be, the last time I did it was night time in a whiteout. I was looking for these two cans. Wasn't easy. That's all part of the fun. Alright, might be time for breakfast soon, I think, now I'm out of the snow. Okay, brekie's been enjoyed. It's getting super cold again. Feels like it could snow actually. So I think it's time to get down a bit further. Incidentally, if you're coming through, this is about the spot you start to pick up mobile service from our Buller if you're with Telstra. I'm not sure about Optus or Vodafone. Alright, I'll pack up this stuff and get on my way. Well, progress is pretty slow this morning, but I haven't got far to go. I'll be glad to get out of this wind. So, I'm about halfway down to the road, Mount Sunday track I think it is. This is a section where you kind of traverse along the side of these slabs. It's a lot easier now they've cut the bush back. You used to have to kind of bush bash through a little bit. You got to watch it though, because it looks like the track would go down there, but you can see all these, when they've cleared the track, they've put all the cut timber here. You got to zag from side to side occasionally. So it's not all downhill. Okay, I've made it down to, I think this is called Mount Sunday Road, and it's an extension of that. Could be an extension of Low Saddle Road, I'm not too sure. If you look at the map you'll know. So I basically swing right here and walk it a couple of k's down to Low Saddle. It's all pretty easy from here on. Alright, let's get down to Low Saddle. So there's a few water hazards on this Mount Sunday Road, dropping down to Low Saddle. Even when I've gone through last time I came through in autumn, I still had to work my way around these. You can normally get around with dry feet, although the low side can be a bit soggy and the high side can be a bit skinny. Anyway, I'm not going to film it because I'll probably drop my phone. Okay, back at Low Saddle, which is just up there. That's Low Saddle. So that's Mount Sunday Road. That's Low Saddle Road. I'm not too sure. I've got an idea that's Mount Sunday Road I've just walked down. But yeah, anyway, here's what it is. All right, I'm gonna spin the camera around and sign off. Okay, according to the GPS, walked about 7.9 k's and climbed about 50 metres. So it wasn't a particularly long walk, possibly a little bit harder than the stats suggest with the ice and the snow this morning, but it's all pretty good. Good news is my ute's still here, sitting over there, which is always a bonus. Alright, someone's obviously been here though, looking at all the tyre marks on the ground. I'm going to jump in and head home. See you on the next one. Oh, hang on, before I do. Yeah, look, I pretty much summed it up yesterday. The track up from, we'll call it Mount Sunday Road, up to the west peak of Mount MacDonald is pretty clear now. So going down was pretty clear today. From the west peak across to Mount MacDonald, you're following a can line. It's snow grassy. At the moment, it's covered in snow. But it's as long as you stay fairly high on the ridge, don't go right over West Peak. Sidle it a little bit, going down, you sidle a little bit around to the right along some ledges and things. But yeah, all pretty good. All right, yeah, catch you on the next one. Take it easy, bye-bye.